Why are we here, Mark?
Well, we're here to talk about something important.
What's that?
Cars are so expensive, it's offensive. And there's been a video, Donut Media made a video about all these enthusiast cars that are getting marked up and all these cars that no real people buy. So I wanted to try to do a public service to show that not every car and not every dealership is marking up all these regular vehicles.
If you find yourself in a position where you need to buy a new car, don't worry. There's some real honeys out there.
Oh, we got some real honeys, and don't worry about markups. We're talking about values. So let's discuss one thing briefly. In America, or the United States, there are no consumer protections for dealers marking up cars. It's a supply and demand market, and furthermore, there's a lot of things that go into running a dealership in this country. There is a ton of overhead. And we know people that own dealerships, and you know all the hoops they have to jump through, keeping things up to date to corporate standards. You have this huge facility and a huge piece of land, a lot of head count.
People want an experience when they're buying a car. If you're paying $30, $40, $50, $300,000 for a car, you want to be wined and dined for your dollar, and that does cost money as far as keeping up appearances go. So if they don't have any cars to sell, what little cars they have to bend you over with.
Right, if they have to keep 10 people on staff or 6 people, a finance guy, the sales team, the guy who cleans the toilets, all of that recoup of costs has to come from somewhere, and if the inventory is low, those things get marked up. However,
you're how you get
that's right. You're how they're paying the salaries. But there are dealerships that are not doing that, so you can't just lump this entire markup thing as a dealer fault, because you just bought a car.
Yes, I did. I bought a GR86 at St. Charles Toyota in St. Charles, Illinois. They're not paying me or anything, but they are a dealer that they only sell cars at sticker. You just have to wait. You want to place an order? In my case, I waited 4 months for a GR86, but I got my car, I got it at sticker, I didn't get bent over. So if you're willing to be patient, there are deals out there. But if you don't want to be patient, we have partnered with Autotempest. We will use this resource to show you what deals, what honeys are available out there.
And we're going to show you now, like you could talk about the GT3s of the world and the GT500s, or basically anything with a GT in its name, except maybe the Forte GT.
The PT Cruiser GT?
GT, yeah, okay. Not everything's going to be marked up, but you're a real person. You want to know some sweet-ass vehicles, and we got them here. And I'm going to show you through our Autotempest search, and this is how we do look at all our pricing. So when we do our new cars, we're like, okay, what's the market at? What are dealerships actually selling them for, and what's the used market?
And I normally cry afterwards. We're doing a Raptor video, and I looked at the markups and went, it looks like I'm not buying a Raptor anytime soon.
Yeah, basically, we're not buying anything that's somewhat fun. So let's get started. You want to buy a luxury car, right?
Yes.
American luxury. Let's take a look at one of my favorite cars ever created. Do you ever drive a Cadillac Guitar?
No, it
Jack?
sounds exotic, Mark. Tell me about it.
Okay, it's like a cat-like reflexes. It looks a lot like a Chevy Malibu. Okay?
But is it a Chevy Malibu, Mark?
No, it's not a Chevy Malibu. It is a Cadillac.
Oh man, it's got low miles. It's barely broken in. It's a 1997, so this was built when I was 2 years old. And you can buy this car now for $5,800.
Oh, that's the suggested, that's the asking price. So when you wheel and deal.
Look, go up. It's $97 a month.
The next one, Jack, you're looking for an American SUV, but you are fickle. You don't want just any SUV. You want a Chevrolet Tracker.
Ooh. Tell me about the Tracker, Mark. I am not quite familiar with the luxury that you are presenting me at for affordable prices. 4,000 wing wangs.
Yes, and I don't know what that is in dong, but that's probably about 6 million?
I'm sure it is.
6 million dong. So we got the 2003 Chevrolet Tracker ZR2. This has had 158,000 miles, 2.5 liter, V6. So, you hear 2.5 liter and you're like, I'm not going to deal with the 4-cylinder. You're getting one of the best V6s, multi-port fuel injection.
Dual overhead cam?
Yeah, I mean, let's just take a quick look at some of the features here.
It's in yellow.
It's in yellow. It's got power locks, windows, mirrors, and cruise control, and good tires.
Oh.
You want a sports car.
And people are often asking, Jack, how do you afford sports cars? Or in this market, how do I buy a sports car? don't you worry.
Don't worry about it. And you know what? You get the best of America and Germany. And
They're working together. This is real synergy. It's the Chrysler Crossfire.
oh my God, look at this bad
And
boy.
You get to have an SRT badge on it if you buy right.
What do you want? The limited? What are you feeling?
No, I'm a sporty man. I want street race technology. Show me.
Is it? I didn't even know they made a manual version. It's the V6 though, so it's not the SRT. Let's take a look at this. Oh my God.
Look at that interior.
So this is Mercedes and Chrysler, Daimler Chrysler. I can't even keep track of how many times they've changed hands. It's like a dirty pair of underwear that just gets passed along down the road. So since we're on our American kick, you know, you don't necessarily want full luxury, but you want almost full luxury. So we're gonna head
You
over.
mean a value proposition, as I like to say.
Oh yes, that's right. This one is one of the. It was more like a Coachworks car, I would say.
Oh yeah? Was
Yeah.
it hand built?
No, well, I mean, they had a hand-built mentality in terms of like quality. That's the robotics weren't completely figured out. What we got was the Buick Lucerne, or the Lucerne, and we got a bad boy, right? Oh, that's a public auction. That's not fair. Let's get something that's in a better shape. A 2011. That's a real late model. CXL, white. It's being sold by the Car House.
Is house with a Z?
Is it? I don't know. We'll check that out. So just take a look at this, Jackie. Did you even know this car existed?
I did. When I saw that car roll down the road when I was 16, I was blown away by what modern luxury looked like.
Oh, look at these. These seats are a repeating pattern
They're
here.
incredible.
And what you're getting is a 3.9 liter V6 with a 4-speed automatic. And they're saying that it takes flex fuel. So you can run your E85 in here.
For more power?
Yeah, like you don't have to worry about any timing being pulled or any potential knock with the Lucerne.
Oh, you're good. And look, it has go down. Cars.com gave it some consumer reviews. Comfort is 4.6 out of 5.
Wow.
It's incredible.
All right, what else we got? Oh, we just did a video on one of these, but this is the first one.
The Hyundai Genesis.
5-liter R-Spec. What do you
Sounds
think?
real racy. I think, knowing how well Hyundai Genesis products hold their value, I'm real excited to see 2013 5.0 R spec.
Oh man, it's from a Hyundai dealership. Look at that. That looks like a Mercedes. Why?
From long distance away.
Oh, so Mercedes copied them.
Yeah, that's what happened.
They copied them. So you can get a V8 Hyundai Genesis.
133,000 miles.
How much is it, Jack?
$14,649.
Unbelievable.
That's a steal.
What features are we looking at?
Leather seats. I hear a lot of people now are struggling to buy family cars, specifically minivans.
So what minivan comes to mind if you were in the market?
Well, I'm a man who wants the best of American and German engineering when it comes to my minivan. I want it to remind me of home. I want it to remind me of Michigan and what Chrysler's known for.
What's that?
The Pacifica.
You mean the Dodge Caravan?
I do mean the Dodge Caravan. And there's only one answer. It's the Volkswagen Rutan.
Oh my God, look at this. You can find these because nobody buys them. You want a minivan? How much is it, Jack? 140,000 miles. 8,500.
$142 a month at 99% interest.
All right, what are you looking for, Jack?
Mark, I am a utility man. I need to get places quickly. I need the best of a small CUV SUV with my muscle car. I know there's only one brand that can offer me that. It's Dodge.
And what does Dodge make, Jack, that would just get you in that price point that you know you could handle?
It's in the name, Mark. The Dodge Nitro.
No way.
Yeah, it's an incredible product.
These have to be extremely expensive, Jack.
With a name like that, you know it's sporty.
Oh my God, look how good it looks. Oh. Oh,
it just arrived.
Wow.
Incredible.
Now we're gonna get to probably one of the best vehicles that has been made in the past 25 years.
Is it from a alive and well car company?
Yes, it's one of the most up and coming, also established car companies that we've experienced. And you didn't get a chance to drive it, but I did. And it's one of the reasons why Turbowski quit doing this with me after he had to look at this thing. It's called the Mitsubishi Ive. And this thing, you know what?
You don't need a Tesla. You can buy one of these.
That's correct. And you can get it.
You can be a part of the EV future.
How many miles is on here, Jack? How many?
67,000 miles.
4995. Can
That's
you
a
believe
deal.
that? A lot of car dealerships were buying up the smart car EV for like $2,000 so they can use it instead of a golf cart to get around the dealership. If you're looking to get around the country club and you don't want a golf cart, you can get this cheaper. And you get like
How much is a golf cart?
a nice one?
Yeah.
Probably a couple G's. You can get this instead.
You could actually drive it places. You could drive it to your
Yeah, you could drive it
mistress's
like, I think the range is like 40 miles. Jack, this is another bad boy. I know you didn't get to experience this car. Unfortunately, you had your head up all the Germans' ass. But luckily for you, 2002 Daewoo Nubura. And this would, I remember.
Oh, this one has 478,000 miles.
They will run forever. You just can't get parts for them, so you just better be ready.
Look how it's 47,000.
47? Man, you really misread it. So you can get a 47,000
Yeah, new
mile,
car.
10-owner car. Oh, it's one-owner car. For $49.80.
That's the deal.
Don't worry about if you can't get parts.
But I can get a Laganza instead for $3,500.
Do you remember the Laganza?
I do not.
The Laganza was like next level luxury. We're going to close this out with two real honeys, Jack.
Tell me.
Something that people have been looking for, and they have not been able to find it until today. First, we're going to take a look at one of your favorite brands. You're working on them with a project right now, and maybe you can get them to get us one of these from their museum.
The Nissan Murano Cross Cabriolet. This is a vehicle for a person of discerning taste.
Oh, you're not kidding. And unfortunately, all we have is listings from Carvana at this point because it is such a hot property. But this was the Murano convertible.
That you always dreamed of owning.
And I wanted to find a purple one with a white top. But I'll leave that to you to find. We're still looking at $19,000 for this
See,
CVT.
you are buying a future collectible if you get
Yes,
one of these.
That's true. Where you heard it here, you buy these up now because you won't be able to find them later. The last one, Jack, is amazing. You
Who's
ready
it
for
from?
this? It's Japanese. It's an SUV, but it's not only an SUV, it's something that transcended its time period.
Oh, is that a new WRX, Mark?
Oh, it's pretty close. Let's take a look at this bad boy, Jack. The Isuzu Viacross. They pioneered unpainted black plastic, and oh boy, did they master it. It looks reminiscent of the CX-30. What else? You said WRX?
WRX.
Oh man, it's rugged. And how much is the cost of this thing?
Whatever it is, it can't be enough for a future classic like this.
$7,400 for a V6 off-roader with 146,000 miles, and it's a hot car.
And it's from the year 2000.
With that said, thanks for watching. Hope you find one of these beautiful cars in the near future. Now, if you're looking for more content, I'm doing a live stream with Stareable.com on February 4th, 2022 at noon Central Standard Time. There will be a YouTube link above and in the description. It is free to watch, of course. It is sponsored by Dell, Intel, and NVIDIA. And the purpose is I'm going to talk a little bit about my past in more detail and how I got to where I'm at today and some of the connection points that you make between your life and what I've learned. I'm going to cover the technology part with the cars, the business part, the filmmaking process, and what it's like to go through all of this and how much it took and how much you learn along the way making mistakes. And hopefully it's enough to help people have a better grasp and understanding of how this works and maybe help you to get into it or think about kind of your past and your present and your future and where you're going. But hopefully you're there. We will be doing a Q&A after. So thanks for watching this. I'll see you then.